What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Second Avenue Podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan Aris.
I'm your other host, Elijah Venencia. It is officially Utopia season. You guys are listening. I mean, you guys have already heard it, so I'm a little jealous of y'all. This is Monday after Utopia's came out. Astroworld's gone. So we're gonna talk about this is pre-recorded, obviously. We still got, a lot of summer plans going on. So it's kind of be the thing for the next couple weeks, and we'll get back on track eventually. But we're just gonna kick it off. Kick it off a little bit differently. This is usually how we close, but let's talk about our Utopia expectations. Albums, what we think is gonna sell, what we're feeling, like what we need most, I guess, off this project. So
Yeah, I'm so excited. I think my biggest hope is that it actually comes out. Nothing's ever guaranteed. We just got news today. Today is Wednesday, the 26th. We just got the news that the Pyramids of Giza event isn't going to happen. They're trying to find something else in Egypt to happen. I'm like a little bit scared that they're like, okay, this is a big moment. Like, we really want this, like, accompany the album. We're going to wait until everything's right. But I feel like he's already said the date. Like, it would be the first time that they pushed a date, but I'm hoping that he doesn't, just because it's such an anticipated album. It's been so long, but I mean, it has been so long. So what's one more week? Man, I'm just excited. I got a long car ride to Denver this week, so I'm ready to catch up on all the music. And unfortunately, Utopia won't be part of that ride, but
it'll be part of the ride back, though.
It'll be part of the ride back. And that's all that matters. I'll be able to give it a couple listens, get my thoughts right. It won't be until, what is it? August 13th that we're back actually with our Utopia thoughts. So that's kind of tough. We're kind of dropping the ball on that, but gives us plenty of time to think about the songs, come up with some good thoughts, and let everybody else get their thoughts. But yeah, man, I'm very excited for Utopia. Truly don't know what to expect. We got K-pop. I don't know what other singles we've gotten are going to be on there, but K-pop, it was all right. I wasn't like, oh, it's so good. I wasn't like, we're singing, but it was just whatever to me.
It felt like something like that was going to get a lot of radio play. There's a specific purpose for that. I kind of have a hot take that it's not even going to be on Utopia. So we'll see what happens, I guess.
I don't hate that take because, I mean, you look at Watch, that came out way before, but it still wasn't on there and it had the vibe. So, yeah, I don't know. And we've been seeing the album covers come out. There's going to be a whole bunch of variations, one each day this whole week. So far, I like today's the best. I didn't really care for the like Walking Dead type vibe one. That one was whatever to me. It doesn't give me that Utopia vibe, but then again, we haven't heard the music, so we gotta see what it sounds like. We'll see if it matches up. But today's really gave that Utopia vibe way more. So I think that's on the right track. But we're gonna get tomorrow. I think we're actually get the real covers. So we'll see.
We'll see what happens. I mean, I obviously have very high expectations because I mean, if Travis Scott delivers with this album, we need to start having a conversation because Rodeo, a classic. I think don't really dispute that. Astroworld, another classic in my eyes. And then Birds in the Trap, I feel like it's the lesser of the three, but that is still a very, 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 very good worst album. So it may be time for a conversation if this, has that Astroworld or Rodeo type vibe to it. And no hate to Birds in the Trap. I love that album, of course, but I feel like it just in the music community, Astroworld and Rodeo are just looked at a different level. So
100%, but I feel like at the same time, Birds is like some people's favorite, and I'm not mad at that because it's got so many hits. Like, it is very good. Like, Coordinate is one of my favorite Travis songs, and it's on there. You got the hits, you got Goosebumps, Pick Up the Phone, all these bangers, The Ends. I mean, it's a great project, so I'm really not mad at that take if that's how somebody feels. Like, it is personal preference in the day, but I mean, even besides those albums, you got Days Before Rodeo, which is like an essential mixtape of the 2010s to me. So yeah, his discography is very, very strong. And I think like his track record just
speaks for
delivering.
Itself. Yeah.
And it speaks for itself. So I don't think there's really a chance he like misses with this. And when you're Travis Scott and you have access to the best producers and any feature you want, like there's really no reason you should be missing. I've seen, I think on Twitter or something that he was like doing something a little bit different. KD, I think was the one that said that. So that's pretty random. I mean, we'll see when we hear it. We'll see if that's true. But yeah, I mean, there is quite a bit of variation, I guess, between what we've gotten between K-pop and then, some of the songs he performed and even like Lost Forever, which has been around forever. And it seems like it will be on there because I saw something James Blake said. I am just very scared. This is me, a couple days before it drops. I'm very scared that we'll have like a pop style situation where the original version it had Jay-Z and it had Kanye, and then when you get around the album, you get two Drake verses. I am terrified that West Side Gun is not going to actually be on the album, but I think that would be such a big move for West Side Gun to be on a Travis Scott album. Oh, that just like
Mhm.
solidifies Griselda as like essential, and as if they're not already.
Yeah.
But and like I think it'll introduce West Side Gun to so many random fans that have not heard of him or heard of Griselda or heard of any of these guys before. So I think that would be just so good for them, and
Yeah.
I'd be very excited.
That it's a very underrated like a feature, I guess. It doesn't carry as much weight as the Drake feature, but like you go through Travis Scott's feature list, like you are some fucking heavy hitters on there. So I mean, just to be associated with that is huge. So I hope the features aren't listed, and I hope we find
Oh,
out that way. So
I haven't even thought about that. But yeah, I am praying that the features are not listed. I mean, I think he learned from Astroworld that that was like
that
Astroworld, I think, is potentially the best example of an album not having listed features and
mhm.
it being for the best. Like getting that surprise Drake, getting Don Tolliver. You didn't know who Don Tolliver, who is this?
Frank
Like
Ocean, yeah, that's another
Frank
one.
Ocean. But like Don Tolliver, that was an
Oh,
introduction for
yeah, a lot
so
of
many
people.
people to Don Tolliver. So that was fire. I mean, obviously you got Stevie Wonder and the harmonic. And then like you look into these things and you're like, wow, like very special. Um, so yeah, I'm really excited to see what actually happens here. I guess let's just close it out here. You mentioned the sales number. What do you project that
I'm
Utopia is going to sell first week?
I am seeing people go way, way too like high 400,000s, and I don't. That's unrealistic. Very, very unrealistic. And it's like, I mean, it's people I follow and respect their music opinion, like larger pages on there. They're just saying crazy numbers. I think it's completely unrealistic. I'm gonna go middle. I I'd say 350, 300 to 350 is my that area that I'm in. So we'll see what happens. Though.
Oh, is that 325? I mean, you look at Uzi. Uzi did 167 or something, 150, 170, something in there with Pink Tape. And I think that this is like a way more hyped up. It's the return of Travis Scott after everything. It's going to have huge features. It's going to just be a crazy album. And it's going to be a moment. And I think for that reason, I think he could do 400s, but like things would
Yeah,
have to go
high.
real right
Yeah,
for
high
400s.
400s is crazy. Like that, you don't really see that in this day and age.
Mm-mm.
So you know, if Travis does it, fuck it. Just super excited, of course. So I mean, we'll have our thoughts out the 13th. So that we're recording on this on July 26th. So it'll be a little bit in our minds, but we will get those thoughts out to you guys. So
Yep. I do want to say though, I just looked it up out of curiosity. And Astroworld, do you know how many it did first week?
413, I want to say, or 400.
537. So now I'm like,
Mhm.
ooh, are we pretty low here?
That
I
was
don't
5 years
know.
ago, though. That
I know
was
it was different, but I'm gonna stick. I'm gonna go up. I'm going 400,000. I'm just gonna say
okay.
400,
I'm
just to
gonna
be a
go.
little bit different
I'll
rather
just go
than
my high
in your
end,
middle.
not my 350. So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. We'll see what happens. Last thing I do want to say, one thing people were talking about on Twitter when all these album covers were dropping, the Walking Dead style ones that came out the first day, they were saying that that's like the featured artist, and that's how they were hinting at it. Are you in on that? Like, this is gonna be a prediction really before it comes out. Do you think the features are gonna be the people that they're saying,
nah,
which is
I don't know.
Kendrick, Keem, Cuddy, and then I think Juice World and Baby maybe?
I don't know. We'll see. I don't. I guess it's just I've seen like it's the concept of it's a utopia is really not what you think it is or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll see. I'm just super excited for it to come. Um, I'm gonna go with no though. I guess.
I'm gonna go with no as well. I don't think all of them will be on there, but I don't think some of those are stretches. I think Cuddy will be on there. I think Cuddy
I
kind of
hope
like
not.
hinted at. I know, I knew you were gonna say that, but I think he kind of like hinted at it when I saw him at Lyrical Lemonade Summer Smash. I think he said something like about Utopia because
Uh, he
it
was
was
doing
right
the
before he played the
Scots too, right?
Scots.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, as soon as I hear that humming or whatever, it's getting skipped.
Skip.
So yeah.
Nah, it's got to be a banger. They never miss together, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, very excited. We'll see. Let's get into the main topic of today's episode. You've probably seen this on TikTok. We're taking it and putting our spin on it. It's wavelengths. So we each have prepared three numbers, and the other person is going to ask for different things. You know, it could be a fast food restaurant, a movie, a TV show, an athlete, a sports team, an album, an artist, anything like that. And then we're going to come up with one that fits that number. And then they're going to try to see what number we're thinking of. It's kind of going to be interesting. It might be a little subjective just because
Uh,
I may think an album's higher than you do. I kind of tried to like go with your brain just so
yeah.
you get it. Like, you know, if you were doing an NBA team and I was like Boston Celtics, you might think lower. I might think it's a 10, you
I'm
know? So I don't know. But that's just an example. I'm excited to get into it though. All right, let's kick it off here. I'll go first. Give me an artist.
gonna go with Logic here.
Oh, okay. You know, if we're saying like a five is average, Logic, he's gone through phases, but I'm still going to say he's above a five. I would lean 6 or 7, I think, because he's had the highs, he's had the lows. At some point, he was probably an 8 or a 9 in both of our books.
Yeah.
But he, you know, at some point, he was also probably a 3 or 4. So I'm going to go 6 or 7 is where I'm at now. Definitely going to need some more clues here to get a
Yeah.
number, though. I'm not really sure. Give me a TV show.
Family Guy.
Ooh, okay. Now I don't watch Family Guy, and so I don't know if you're playing it in my book or in the public's book.
I kind of tried to go public or cater to you a little bit though. I thought you had seen Family Guy, so that's my mistake there.
Seen a couple episodes, but not like a lot. It's definitely very loved. So I'm feeling like an 8. Like it's not, you know, I don't. It's I'm sure it's some people's number one, but it's not most. I don't think. So I feel like, but it's very well liked. Like I feel like a 7 or 8. I think that's still fair. So I'm between somewhere a 6 and an 8. I think here. And let's do one more though, and then I'll guess. Give me a basketball team.
We're gonna go with the 2010s Toronto Raptors.
Ooh,
Early
hmm.
2010s. I'm gonna say early. Clarify there. Early to middle 2010s.
Okay. So I mean, they're a good team. You got DeMar, you got Kyle Lowry, you know, you got Valanciunas, you got some dogs for
You got Pat
sure.
Patterson or what?
Patterson,
Patrick, yeah,
the
Patrick
goat,
Patterson, yeah.
Thunder legend as well.
Damari Carroll.
3 and D specialist. Wow, yeah, that was a squad. But at the same time, I mean, they weren't winning championships. They were making the playoffs. So I mean, if we're talking 5, they're above average NBA team, but they're nowhere near a 10. They were getting sent home by LeBron every year as
Yeah,
LeBronto. They're
LeBronto, yeah.
LeBronto. They're LeBronto Raptors. So I'm feeling somewhere around a 7 again, 6 or a 7, I think. So I think I'm off at 8. I think I'm between 6 and 7, and ultimately, I think I'll go with 7.
You're 100% correct there. I
Let's
felt like
go.
I was doing work there. I tried to give like genuinely good ones there. So I'm glad that I was able to assist you on that. Basically,
That was pretty good. I
no, you did.
hope
You
I could
had
come
it.
through as
You were
much for you
dialed in
though.
right away too. So
Yeah, that was very good. Logic was a good start there. But yeah, I'm very excited to see. Hopefully, I can come through for you as well as you came through for me. But I got a couple chances to do you right. So let's get into your first one here. I got my number ready. So let's see what your
give me an
categories
album.
you're thinking. An album. I got a random one here. I don't think we've ever talked about on the podcast, but I know we both know. I got Pluto X Baby Pluto.
I mean, if you know me, I think this shit's ass. I thought Uzi was cooked. I mean, because he dropped Eternal Take and then followed it up with Pluto X Baby Pluto, and yeah, this is like a 4 for me.
Okay.
Give me
What's
an NBA player.
okay? I got Grant Williams.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely feeling 4. Grant Williams is like I don't know how to explain it, but he's a 4. You power forward, of course, but that's just his
True.
ranking. I think I'm dialed in here.
Shout out to
Give me a child.
Batman.
Give me a childhood TV show.
We got Corey in the house.
All right, I'm sticking with four. Four is just really just it's been there. Am I correct?
You are correct. It's four.
Okay, yeah. See, I was dialed the fuck in right away.
Yeah, I was just going for like, if we're saying fives average, these are below average, but not like
Not
ones. Like,
garbage, yeah.
yeah, like Grant Williams, solid NBA player. Like he's average or slightly below average. He's talking 4 or 5 probably for Grant Williams. Corey in the house, one of my favorites, but it's
He just
no
doesn't. Yeah,
with his Waverly plays. It's no Zoe
immensely
101. It's no
classified.
yeah Drake and Josh. So yeah, it's a four when we're talking the grand scheme of things. Okay, we're 2 for 2. This is pretty wild.
Uh huh. Okay. All right. You're up now.
Okay, let's get in the next one. Give me a song.
We got "Runaway" by Kanye West featuring Pusha T.
Ooh. I mean, we're in 10 territory here, if not a 9. So
Are
you
we?
better be coming correct here with these next ones. Let's see. Um, Give me a movie.
We're gonna go with "The Wolf of Wall Street."
Okay, this is another one like Family Guy. Haven't seen it, so this is a tough one, but I know it's very well loved. I know you have a poster of it in your living room. So it's got to be very high because I know Runaway, favorite Kanye song, and I'm assuming based on you having a poster of it, it has to be one of your favorite movies. So we're in that 9-10 range, no question here. Now give me a baseball team for the last one.
We're gonna go with the 2016 Cubs.
Got to be a 10 then.
Yeah, I this probably should have been your first one, been your layup, but I feel like I had to have 110 rounds, so just to get some of my favorite things out there. So
Okay. I respect that. Yeah. I was wondering how it was going to go here when we got such a great thing first.
yeah.
Like, I thought it was going to be pretty easy. So that was a layup, but we're 3 for 3. So we're doing pretty good. We're cooking here. Let's get to your next one.
All right, let's go with an NFL player to start off.
Okay. So I gotta be honest, I play fantasy. I watch some, but I'm not like NFL diehard. So I was thinking here, who's like a good person for this number? Maybe it might lead you in the wrong direction. I hope it's good. If not, hopefully the other things kind of even it out here. But we got Kyler Murray.
I love Kyler. So I'm I don't know how you would view. I'd say a six, possibly 6 or 7.
And
If we're talking
it,
fantasy though, he's probably 8 or 9.
we're talking real life, and we're talking not Call of Duty Double XP weekend. We're talking
Yeah,
just normal Kyler Murray.
I'll I have a funny Kyler Murray story. So my first legal day sports betting is Patriots Cardinals on Monday Night Football,
Mm.
and I am fucking sorry if there's any family members listen to this. I'm out of it. I'm blackout drunk at Red Lion. I'm coming. I've just been fucking taking tequila shots since 2 o'clock ever since I got off work, and I just remember coming black because I had put like my 100. I had $100 bet that I placed, and then $100 free bet for like just a joining bonus, basically.
Hmm.
And I put them both on the Cardinals to beat the Patriots. And I come back in from my blackout, and I'm like, "What's the score?" Or I asked Johnny Carnahan. I was like, "How's the game going?" Basically, like I don't remember exactly what I said, and he said Kyler Murray died, like he tore his ACL,
Yeah. Yeah.
died, not actually died, but and then it just went black again, and I knew I'd lost at that point, so I guess
So then
I
you
just
just
started
went
chugging a
even
wine
harder.
bottle on one
Yep.
night. So um,
Respect.
I do love Kyler though, so that was devastating. I'm sure even to my blacked out self. So
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Um, all right, let's get to your next one here. What's your next category
um,
you want?
give me an artist.
All right, we got Lil Yachty.
Okay, see, I'm feeling more 7 here now. I like 7, lucky number 7 here. So give me an album and let's confirm this 7.
We got Wasteland by Brent Faiyaz.
All right, this is a 7. I don't know
It
if
is a 7.
okay. I was like eight kind of crept in the back of my mind there with Wasteland. But yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
Wasteland might not have been the best, but it
we're
felt in
too
that
dialed
area.
in. We're too dialed in right now. I mean, this is too easy. So let's go. Let's finish it up here. Let's go 3 for 3 for you.
Let's start off with give me an album.
got Relapse by Eminem, the refill. So this is way back in the day.
Relapse. Okay. I don't know what I'm feeling. Somewhere between a 4 and a 6, maybe. I don't know.
All right, well, let's move on to the next one, and maybe you can.
I don't know. I'm gonna need some help, I think, with the other ones. Give me an artist.
We're gonna go with the baby.
Okay, so we're definitely going to. Well, it's
I
like the
we're
logic, except he doesn't
yeah
start
no
as high.
yeah. I
So
don't think of the peak because I the way I view the baby is he had such a like small peak, quote unquote peak, that I think it's been 4 or 5 years just nonsense since. But
okay, so we're definitely talking like a 2 or a 3, I think, at this point. I don't know.
possibly
I'm gonna need one more. This last one's got to be good. Give me a former NBA player, an NBA legend, just somebody like that's kind of broad, but give me somebody like that.
let me double check the stats. Okay, we've got Eddie House, Celtic legend, Heat legend.
I love Eddie House.
Oh God, well it's a 10 then. I mean, call it.
Oh man, it's definitely not gonna be, but okay. So I mean, Eddie House, he's a champion. I mean, Eddie House is really him. I gotta look up. He has a stat, a college stat that's crazy. Did he have like? Yeah, he had an Arizona State scoring record at that time, at least 61 point in college. So he was nice. He's a hooper. I always got love for Eddie House. He's like one of the, obviously I think about the big three. I think about Rondo. I think about Perk. Eddie House is like top of the bench.
Right up there. Okay.
Leon Poe, Eddie House was like the bench players I think of. Um, huh. Okay, I think we got to be at like a two. I think a two is good or a three. I don't know. This is a tough one. Relapse was like a curveball to me
Yeah,
because I don't think Relapse is bad, but it's not definitely not Eminem's best. And it's definitely not like, an all-time favorite album. And I mean, if you're talking the refill version, I'm looking at it right now and it's like 2 hours long. And I mean, that's a lot, but there's some hits on it. I mean, Beautiful, you got Crack a Bottle. Definitely some songs I was rocking with, especially then. Maybe not so much now. Oh, I feel a lot of pressure to get this one right. I am gonna go with I'm between two and three. Eddie House. I don't want to disrespect him because Eddie House to me is like a four at least, but I'm gonna go with a two.
it's three.
Oh God, that was tough.
Yeah, I tried to bring in some random ones there. Yeah, I gave you a layup, so I had to play some shot defense there. So
That was tough. Okay. Let's see if you can close it out here with a win though. What
all right,
categories are you gonna ask for
let's
here?
let's go with another album.
All right. For your album, I got The Big Day by Chance the Rapper.
All right, so we're in the 1 to 3 range. We're gonna go with
Okay.
the sports team.
Okay. I got a team for you. It's not necessarily a specific year, but just say like in the recent years, NBA team, the Washington Wizards. More specifically, I guess like how they're going to be this year and like
Okay,
the past
so
couple years.
ass.
I don't know.
I'm still in the 1 to 3 range.
Okay. What's your last category going to be?
Give me a TV show.
I got a recent one for you.
The
The
Idol.
Idol.
Give me a. I don't want to say it. The Wizards kind of throws me off there. Give me a one though.
It's a one.
All right, yeah. So we each had opposite end of the spectrum there. I give you a
Yeah.
10, you give me a one. So I'm glad we got those out of the way. Yeah, I was kind of thinking, Wizard. You said the past few years, so like, they got Porzingis, Bradley. They're like, oh, they're bad. They're probably 3 or 4 though. So that's kind of what threw me off. But you dialed me in with that hint. So
I had to come to you with
Jay
the right one.
Jay Poole might do his thing though. So I'm
I
not
know
gonna
I
count out the
love
Wizards.
Jordan Poole, so they might be, better than that, but they're not going to be a championship level team. If they make the playoffs, that's a W, but I don't see it happening if we're being honest. So we'll
I would
see.
have I would have loved to see the Detroit Pistons there.
That would have been a good one too. I think there's a couple NBA teams you could do for the one. I
Yeah.
almost went Houston Rockets.
Yeah, they just got like a lot of, I feel like the difference. between like the Wizards and like the Rockets is the Wizards drafted fucking Johnny Davis, who's ass. I watched that man who was hot ass at Wisconsin multiple times. And then the Rockets, Amen Thompson, he's a stud. Who else they got?
That's why
Jalen
I didn't go with
Green.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like they got potential. So
They got
yeah,
Sengun. They got some good players.
they're building something while Washington. Y'all admit their ass, so I'm okay with the one there. So
See, yeah, I didn't know what other teams I really was going to go with for a one. So I was like thinking of NBA. And I just saw a TikTok in there. Who's the most forgettable team in the Big Four sports? Or in the past 5 years, they're like the Washington Wizards, and I was like, you know what? I'm not mad at that. Like, so that was the main reason they're like front of head to be a one. But I think there are definitely a couple options. The Pistons, though, that's a good one. But they got Cade, so
Cade's hurt.
That's the reason I go with them. Yeah. You they got
really.
Ivy.
Yeah, I hate Jaden Ivey too. So
okay, see that's like the difference between a 3 to you and a 1 to me. It's just different.
So
but,
it's just
yeah.
So this is pretty fun. I think we're a little too dialed in. I think we got to get a little reckless next time.
Oh yeah,
we just know each other too well, though.
Yeah, and we just got immaculate taste. Like we just know exactly what a 1, 2, a 5, a 7. We just know what they are. But no, this was fun. So we definitely got to bring this back at some point. I think this would be a fun one to like do with somebody else too to get some random ones. And this was a fun one to kind of get into some like non-music things. We got sports, we got some TV shows, movies, all that kind of stuff. So some good variation today.
Now y'all know I hate Johnny Davis and have a fucking Wolf of Wall Street poster. So
yep. And I love Eddie House. So
yeah.
Shout out the legend, the champion. I think, if you learned nothing else this week, you learned that Eddie House had 61 points in college. So he's him.
No, yeah, I didn't know
before
that
all our
personally,
times.
so yeah.
I just remember like reading his Wikipedia when I was like, 13 or whatever, and I was like, oh, he was like actually real nice in college. Because I was like, how good was he in the NBA? Because I just kind of caught, some years I didn't catch all of it, but he was that guy in college at least, and he was a contributor in the playoffs at least for the Celtics. So
he's a champ. I feel like some people hold on to that championship too long, but Eddie House, he contributed to a championship. And he carved out a long career too. I was looking at his Sports Reference. So I'm sorry, Eddie House. That was a little disrespectful. I'm just thinking Miami Heat, Eddie House. So that's my bad there.
That's more fair, yeah, because it's always gonna be Celtics Eddie House to me. But yeah. All right, yeah, that was definitely fun. This is the second to last episode in the vacation series, the shorter episodes, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. A little bit shorter of an episode, but we had to come through with something for you guys this week. We don't have like the news or anything to talk about this week because we're filming these in advance, but we'd be back with all that stuff, normal content on August 13th. So look forward to that. Mark the calendars. That episode back. We're going to have a lot to talk about. We're going to be able to talk about Lollapalooza. I'm going to see Kendrick. Elijah's going on vacation. I'm on vacation. It's going to be a good one. And then we're going to have, Utopia to talk about. So it's going to be a deep dive on Utopia. And it's big time catch up. So going to be good vibes in that episode for sure. You don't want to miss that. So stay tuned. Tap in on the Instagram at Second Avenue Pod. And, just stay tuned with everything we're doing. We're also planning on the Album of the Month Club. We mentioned that a little bit back. We've been saying August 13th this whole episode. It's August 14th. Disregard everything. I've been looking at the calendar wrong. Monday's the 14th. So yeah, stay tuned for that. August 28th should be the first episode of the Album of the Month Club. Stay tuned. Early August, we'll be dropping what album we're going to do. So definitely tap in if you want to be part of that. Excited to have everybody along for the ride. And hopefully everybody has a great week. And we'll be back next Monday.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next Monday.